pasta in your hood. It tastes like heaven. And we eating pasta and it.
I just started there.
Yeah. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Plain hero, Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it outside of your door. Use the one who will get to step in. Where was that bravado? You had a hot minute ago. Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beef. How the saying go, it's a two-way street. Dig me on the pipe and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses in anywhere that we can. There's some asshole think that you can press the lead and put the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue, go and see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero, Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it outside of your door. Use the one who will get to step in. Where was that bravado? You had a hot minute ago. Talk big game till you learn it ain't one. Got your nails on this track's another freight ton. Not a single dub, so you gotta make one. G, get it, domino, trying to cook some great stuff.
You can keep ducking, this be the season. We're hunting, we done and doing our treasures while casually pressing your buttons. You keep pretending it's nothing, but we can tell you we frontin'. Try threatening us with a poker, but your face looking all flushed. And we calling out all the bluffs, and we telling you what is left. And we saying enough's enough, but you trying to keep acting tough. If you really think that you run, let me tell you, you ain't the one. Cause the song will be nothing speakers, and our whole team finna pump it, y'all.
We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Played hero, Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it outside of your door. Use the one who will get to step in. Where was that bravado? You had a hot minute ago. We eating pasta in your hood. It tastes like heaven. And we eating pasta and it good. Yeah. Who is the king? Who? King. Who? King. Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the world through a blurred window. Take all comers, but they too slow, breaking through all known barriers. So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room is the king. Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the physical world implode. Take all comers, but ain't no show. So what next but the sound barrier? So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. The flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're drifting. You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. The flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're drifting. So run your car and out your mouth. Out here there's no room for cowards. Lost your crown and lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. Run your car and out your mouth. Out here there's no room for cowards. Lost your crown and lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace.
absolute genius. I'm an absolute genius.
Yeah.
It's... Oh.
I'm just like seething. I have a good reason.
For good reason.
But, you know.
You have many good reasons to be seething.
Trying not to, though. Oh, goodness.
Did you say I did the knock? That
I
way
already accepted
we can
it.
mix our chats. Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
I'm not seeing you on.
It tells me it accepted it.
I'm being told I have a network issue with it. OBS isn't dying. Hold on, I'm just gonna reset it.
Yay, Akko. Yay.
Do this. Close that. This.
Oh, Mixed Skittles, thank you for becoming a yippie. I appreciate that. Chat, my
it says you weren't
apologies.
in the thing.
We're like an hour late today. Oh, I might need to have Chrome open while I do it. Hold on. That's really dumb.
Ooh.
I apologize. Thank you for becoming a
says-
yippie. I appreciate that. Chat, my
it says you weren't
apologies.
in the thing.
We're like an hour late today. Oh, I might need to have Chrome open while I do it. Hold on. That's really dumb.
Ooh.
I apologize. Don't try and do
Wait,
the
Tom.
knock feature. It's just... Don't try and do
wait,
the
Tom.
knock feature. It's just not gonna work. Don't
Yeah,
try.
it's not gonna work.
Don't
no,
even
I'm not
try.
going to. Chat. No mixing of chats tonight.
No.
It's broken.
It's kind of a retarded feature anyway.
It is. It's just it's nice sometimes. But like if it's intentional, you know. I'm good. I've been busy all day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it this way, chat. Basically, stream time is the only time I've been on my computer today. Just cutting out
Really?
real bad. Yeah, chat. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, just don't bring it
Sorry.
up. Don't bring it up because I'm already
Don't bring
pissed
it
off
up.
about it.
Yeah.
The next step is
Anyway,
moving, finding a different apartment.
yep. So, no octopus dog hybrids today. That might be for the best. We don't need octo dog hybrids.
No, we don't.
Ugh. On the note of hybrids, chat, I'm gonna shill a little bit because this is a big shill thing.
Is it really?
It is. I know I mentioned it to you, but chat, I'm gonna do this. Oh, perfect. I made my chat a promise
Oh, I know what
that
you're
I'm
talking
going to regret. If I hit 500 subs on YouTube, I will be playing Resident Evil 7.
about. Mm-hmm.
We are about 115 subs away, give or take 2 or 3 subs. So, if you want me to play Resident Evil 7 and watch me absolutely just scare myself shitless because I don't do horror things, there you go.
Yeah. Follow Tim. I want to see him do it. Excuse me.
My chat basically, quote unquote, bullied me into it.
Bullied you into it. You were okay with it.
Bullied me into it. So, unlike some people, because there are many streamers who do this, I went ahead and bought the game before I made the announcement, so I don't give myself an excuse to back out of it.
What?
I don't know if it's agreeing with me. I had ramen for dinner and I don't know if it's agreeing with me.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry,
No.
Chad. I don't know if
But
it showed it, but I physically cringed. Sam.
I know. Sorry.
Say something so I know that you're not that my internet's not died.
Here, I'm gonna stream this. Whether you can or not is up to you, but I'm going to.
I'm not going to look at it.
I figure, but I'm still going to do my part and at least be a good co-host. Whether you do anything with that's up to you.
No, what I'm saying is I can't watch it because my stream is already having issues, so I'm not going to look.
No, I know. You're fine, Akko. Stop taking it literally. Anyway, so apparently YouTube has started age restricting Balatro videos.
Yes, I saw that. I mean, thankfully I've never actually played Balatro on camera ever, or have made a stream where it's just Balatro. But I imagine it's very frustrating for some of the content creators, because I know a couple that just make a pretty decent chunk playing Balatro all the time, and I imagine it's not fun for them.
Gambling? I thought Balatro was a silly indie game.
It is.
Yeah, well,
that's the thing that's really frustrating. Is it is. So, but yeah, YouTube is doing this, and basically the devs, because the devs also recently fought with not the ESRB rating, but was it the Australian rating? I can't remember.
Where they basically made the game M-rated, or well, no, it was the equivalent, I think, of an adult rating in that country. I want to say it was one of I want to say it was one of them, but I can't be too sure. It was, I think it was either the UK or it was Australia. Ironically, the PC Gamer article actually says, "Good thing we are protecting children from knowing what a 4 of a kind is and letting them watch Counter-Strike case opening videos instead." Because those are any better. It's true. Yeah, no. And ironically, Asahara responded to this and said, "Papers, Please also got the same treatment, and any and all videos get screwed over by limited monetization." Yes, that also happened. Is it still getting that? It is very much... I don't believe so, no. But basically, I'm going to make this plain and simple. Indie gambling games, quotation marks gambling, and AAA loot box fest games are very different in the minds of these people. Yeah. Loot box fest AAA games, perfectly 100% acceptable. Indie games who try the idea of gambling to a certain degree, even if it's like, you know, Balatro or Papers, Please. Right. Not acceptable. Yeah, it is. Papers, Please got excuse me, go ahead. Papers, Please got effed over by Apple for some reason. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Gacha games are 7+, yet the silly clown game is too dangerous for the kids. No, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, it's really confusing. A lot of people are saying that this is something that and I do agree with this, that you actively need to push back against this, because if you don't push back against this, they're going to do it to lesser things in the future, and I'm not for that whatsoever. Yes. YouTube has corn ads. I know that YouTube filters out the word porn. I hate that people have, like, unfortunately had to train themselves to say that because of how censorship works. But yeah. Yes, like, I started saying, like, prawn. Again, I understand why people do it. It just sounds funny, and I don't blame them. I blame the censorship apparatus. Okay, calling it that, it makes it sound like I'm a little schizo. But I blame the people who have made it to where you have to call it that, basically. So they cracked down on gacha before they came out to the game. They don't need to crack down on gacha. Gacha's fine. The problem with gacha, especially with some games, really try and like be like, hey, you should give us money. Give us all of your money to get this, which is not a good way to look at it. What MiHoYo does, at least with Honkai Impact and Honkai Star Rail, was they're like, you know, if you give us money, we'll give you other things for it, but otherwise, we're just play the game. Just play the game. We'll give it to you all for free. Hell, well, you know, Genshin's a little different because those teams are completely separate. But again, it falls in the same category of like, gachas are not treated bad. In fact, when gachas are treated bad, it's because of the character designs.
Right.
Like Nikkei or
Nikkei is
DZZ
probably the worst
or-
culprit in my personal opinion. And I think they do it intentionally.
Yeah.
I think it's very intentional. It's kind of funny though.
So.
Rejoice,
And then
reject corn,
let's-
embrace prawn. Yes.
Yeah. Pornography.
Prawn. It's just
I
like
need
pictures of prawns.
It's just a picture of a prawn in like a skimpy like. Oh.
Well, okay, hold on a moment. I need a picture of a prawn. I need
It's
to
a
look at
prawn in a Hooters outfit.
No, even better. Like you just so you know, not tights, leggings. Just put a prawn in one
Mhm.
legging, okay, and then give it like eyelashes.
But the one leggings around its tail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put the legging around its tail, and then give it like nice eyelashes, and then put it
Yeah.
on a TV screen and say that this is prawnography.
No,
It's
Azure Lane
perfect.
mention.
Azure Lane. I don't feel like Azure Lane is that bad.
I don't know. We did that stream a while ago where we talked about some of the character designs that were being removed.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
let's
Fair
see, what-
enough.
because we're gonna try and just kind of rush through this, so Akko.
No, we don't have to rush through it.
know.
No. We don't have to rush through it. We're gonna go at a normal pace now.
Oh, reminder! Catch up on that super chat.
Yes, I if you'd like, I can just read some of the super chats I have now.
Do that now.
Okay.
Do it now.
I do apologize to Mercenary. Yesterday, the stream ended right when you sent something. And I know why it sent and I didn't get to read it is because we were like 30 seconds behind. So you sent it when I was 30 seconds behind already ending, and I apologize about that. But yesterday, Mercenary catching up for $2. Beer bug is a 2020 pandemic from China. Okay, understood. I remember because I was asking about that yesterday, and that is the answer for that. And then McSkittle, thank you for the re-up on your membership. Very much appreciate it. By the way, guys, I deeply appreciate it if you re-up on your membership right now, especially because I am probably going to have to move or get Starlink. We will find out tomorrow because I have messaged my landlord and said you need to do one or the other. Because if you don't do one or the other, I don't know what you expect because I can't pay the rent if you don't do one or the other, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So if you feel extra, like if you want to support tonight, I don't like begging people for money, so I'm not going to. But if you want to, just know that all your contributions are going to go towards me either getting a new Starlink or moving. Either way, it's very much appreciated. And then Mercenary for 2, Iwata was the soul of Nintendo. Without him, no soul. Thank you, I appreciate that. Did miss the Nintendo talk. We haven't gotten there yet.
No, we just started.
Sly, thank you for the 1. I just sent 1, thank you. And then Mercenary again for 2. Shigeru is the heart and Reggie is the brains. And the brains is all gone. Sadly.
I don't know about the heart part. Miyamoto has done some things that make us go, but why?
Like signing off on the
He's had a
Zelda
few
movie?
moments.
Or was he the one that signed off on the Zelda movie?
He was the one that signed off on the Zelda movie. With respect to Akko, gonna listen to Temp to keep up to date. I don't blame you. It's better here anyway. We got dogs.
Damn. That's depressing.
So, I don't know. This popped up on... Are you done with Supers? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're done with Supers.
Okay. So, this popped up on my feed. I don't know, like 2 days ago. And it's one of those things of like... I don't know if we should talk about it, but fine. Apparently, there's a rumor going around. And again, take this with a grain of salt, because MCU rumors especially are like... So what the hell? No one can lay down anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this rumor is stating that Marvel is looking to cast a 30 to 50-year-old Asian actor for a big role in the movie for Spider-Man 4, essentially.
Really?
Which led a lot of people to Mr. Negative, because he's an Asian actor. He's an Asian villain within Spider-Man's Rogues
Asian
Gallery.
actor? No, he's just an Asian.
He's just an Asian. He was basically one of the main villains of the Insomniac Spider-Man game, the first one. And some people seem to believe that Spider-Man 4 will kind of bounce off of the Daredevil show.
Okay. Well,
because
has the
Kingpin is the
Daredevil
main
show
antagonist
been?
of that.
Has the Daredevil show like had anything revealed yet? I don't know if we've talked about that.
No. No. There are rumors that Spider-Man will appear in like the final episode
Okay.
of the first season. But nothing set in stone for that.
Okay. We just know
At
that
least
it's
until they
coming.
show it.
We just know that it's coming, or
Yeah, we just know the movie's coming. That Spider-Man 4 is coming because they've
Okay.
already announced it. Like we have a date and we have a name for it.
right? Who is Mr.
But
Negative
the
again?
major reason Mr. Negative is basically someone who was, I don't know quite his origins.
Please don't
but
tell me.
he was basically,
Oh, go ahead.
he was subjected to some like reality bending or like some weird science experiment or whatever, which basically basically inverted his like colors. Like his skin is blue, his hair is black, he wears a suit, and he kind of throws alternate reality shit at you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So,
But he's also a mob boss,
okay.
which leans pretty well into the Daredevil show because Kingpin is the main antagonist here. And some people believe that Spider-Man 4, because it will be a little more boots on the ground, like not like the first three, but like because of like the events of the third movie, that it will be basically a gang war between Kingpin and Negative.
Interesting.
I have a feeling what's going to happen because this movie is supposed to take place around the same time as Avengers Doomsday.
What's that one going to be about again?
If
Or have they not revealed what Doomsday is going to be about yet?
Doomsday is Doctor Doom.
Okay.
It's the Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom.
It's the one that's going to have the Fantastic Four in it.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Avengers.
Okay.
It's gonna be another really big movie, like Infinity War and Endgame.
Allegedly, we'll see if it is actually that big.
Allegedly, yeah. My tinfoil hat theory about this is this movie will take place after, and we're not gonna know what's really going on until like the end of the movie. But because Avengers Doomsday will lead into Avengers Secret War, and Secret War takes place on a planet, or basically in a space of reality called Battle World, which basically is like an alternate reality New York. It's like in a different part of time and space or whatever. It's where Spider-Man first got the symbiote originally. And I suspect that this movie will take place in Battle World. We just won't know it's Battle World until like the end credit scene. And they're going to use that as a way for Negative to get his powers. Like he will be a normal human being when the movie starts, and it will be because of whatever Doom did in Avengers Doomsday, causing Battle World, which will cause him to turn into Mr. Negative.
Right. Interesting.
So
Mr. Negative is
that's
also the cause of turning Eddie Brock into Anti-Venom after losing the symbiote. Okay.
correct. Yes. So Mr. Negative is a very big villain, but like a lot of people don't seem to think about like him, like when you think of like, oh, Doc Ock or Green Goblin or Venom or whatever.
So let me ask a very bigoted question right now. You said he's Asian. Is he also super duper smart?
Yes.
And they call him Mr. Negative.
Yes.
I just...
So
wow, that's
again,
hilarious.
He's always been Asian, so at least they're trying to lean more into the comic accurate.
Yeah, but like it's just funny that they made the Asians super duper smart.
in the Insomniac game, he was actually the owner of the the homeless center that Aunt May was working at, and he got turned into Mr. Negative because of, I forget why. It's been so long since I played the game.
Yeah,
but I think it was something to do with Doc Ock or something like that.
Yeah,
on accident.
Really quickly, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I'll make sure to shout you out again here when we get to the super chat segment again. But thank you very much. Appreciate it.
They never thought about the stereotype when he was first created. Yeah, because it didn't matter then.
No, obviously no. But like, it's going to be something that somebody is going to bring it up, and somebody is going to make it an issue. I guarantee you that's going to happen.
And that's kind of why I wanted to bring it up, because there are already people talking about how racist it is. I'm not going to bring it up.
Oh, really? It's already been brought up?
Yeah, like just random posts across Twitter. I'm not going to bring it up because you know how people are. But it's already been brought up that it's they're being not. Read the comics, please.
Yeah, that's. Oh my gosh.
Runner of Feast by day, crime boss by night. Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking is like Battle World, because Battle World is a pretty much a villain infested New York. It could very well lead to a gang war between Negative and Kingpin. Like, I don't think either of them is going to have a big role when it comes to Avengers Secret War. I think that will still be Doom. But I think for the case of Spider-Man 4, that will be the case, and it's going to be like a team-up movie between Spider-Man and Daredevil.
Oh, that would be very interesting. I'd be very interested to see that. Fake fans showing their lack of knowledge.
Kind of excited about that. Yeah.
There's always going to be fake fans that try and come out and say that something is problematic.
Of course, what's funny about this is the end of Spider-Man 3 is like, oh, everyone forgot who he is. There's also another rumor, Sadie Sink, the woman who played the redhead in Stranger Things.
Which one?
The one where her brother died to the Mind Flayer.
Oh, okay. The little Irish girl.
Yeah, her.
Basically.
Apparently, she's also playing a big role in this movie, and some people think she's playing the daughter of Spider-Man, which doesn't make sense because the way that has been implied is that, exactly, she's a white redhead. She looks exactly like Mary Jane, which is weird considering the MCU Spider-Man has a thing for MJ, which is played by Zendaya, which, if no one knows, Zendaya is black, or at least, I don't know. It's
Zendaya is Zendaya, and I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm getting very tired of seeing her in everything.
I am too.
Like, trust me, chat. I like Zendaya. She's not a horrible person, but she's in everything, and we need new people. It's not like it's exactly like with Brad Pitt. Like, you get tired of seeing them after a while. It's just like, give me somebody else. So incestuous, Hollywood. Holy shit.
But then it comes that's come to a point where people have started talking. Is like, wait, how do you get a proper, almost comic accurate Mary Jane out of Sadie Sink's character to be his daughter when him and MJ were a thing and neither of them have red hair? How do you get there?
Isn't red hair like a gene that you have to have a parent with one?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Which then had got people to be like, so does this mean he doesn't get back together with MJ and gets together with a Mary Jane proper?
Right.
Which means he, some people have flat out said, fucking MJ.
Interesting.
That topic has come up, which is really funny. But yeah, some people are saying Mayday Parker.
Mayday Parker. Interesting.
There's also been a bit of controversy because the movie is named Brand New Day. And Brand New Day is the name of a comic book. I believe, chat, confirm, but tell me if I'm wrong, is the same comic where Spider-Man made a deal with the devil to make everyone forget about him because that was after Civil War.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
It's almost like, considering that was the plot of the previous movie,
we don't really know what to expect.
The
basically.
devil. Yeah. That one's called One More Day. Oh, okay. Which one was Brand New Day? I remember that was the name of a comic for Spider-Man.
Is she from the future? I have no idea.
Possibly. It is also possible that because if this is Battle World, that is an alternate version where like, and some people have actually said it's very possible that because they said Spider-Man's daughter, but there is I'm gonna throw a wrench in that. There's also rumors that in Secret War will also have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield again, because it's a big multiverse story because they can pull in different characters from across the multiverse kind of thing.
I just feel like they're trying to get.
They are. Don't get me wrong. They are, but I'm going to tinfoil hat that again and say she's not the daughter of the MCU Spider-Man. She's the daughter of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man because he is still with MJ,
and she does have red hair.
She does have red hair. Yes.
Okay. Aren't there hundreds of Spider-Man comics? Yes, chat. There are literally thousands.
So, again, I don't know. I think Brand New Day was the justification comic sometime later where Mephisto broke up Peter and Mary Jane. His next attempt at marriage. The only thing stopping Spider-Man from getting with Mary Jane in any universe is Joe. Oh, because the writers just hate Spider-Man. So, but yeah. We won't know more until probably Comic-Con this year. Because this movie doesn't come out till July next year.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so late?
Because this year we're getting Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Next year we're getting Avengers and Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, is to heal Mary Jane or Aunt May because no one else could heal her in exchange for. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that one. Yes. So, again, we won't know. I don't think we'll get a trailer for this because I don't think it started filming yet.
Oh, wait, really?
Probably not till early next year. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, as I said, they're reportedly casting a 30 to 50-year-old Asian actor. If they're still in casting, that means they have not started filming yet.
Right. What have the Nintendo dorks done this time? We'll get there. We're talking about tiny things.
So, I don't know. As a Marvel nerd, I'm upset with the way they've gone, but stuff like this kind of interests me because, like, would they fix things? Because, like, the MCU has been in a shithole for a while now, with a couple of really good ones after Endgame, which was ironically Spider-Man 3 and Deadpool. So part of me has some mild hope that this one's at least good because it's not directly Marvel, because it's also Marvel and
Sony.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we will have to definitely see. My apologies, chat. I didn't get to eat anything when I got home, so I'm just trying to eat in the background while Tim talks. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. In other news, Star Citizen crowdfunding passes 800 million.
Isn't that the game that's just been in perpetual crowdfunding?
Yes. Hold on,
wait, isn't that the one where you could pay $40,000 to get a special ship or something? Why are people still crowdfunding this game again?
It's a popular game.
Are people even able to play it yet?
Yeah. Yes. You've been playing it for a while. It just fell. Sorry, chat. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I think it just fell. I think it was a screw from my desk.
Suddenly your whole desk just falls apart. Hopefully not, though.
No, my desk, what happens with my desk, because it's a standing desk, because I have to constantly, press a button, it goes up, press a button, it goes down.
I see.
But that causes the legs for the screws, or the screws on the legs, to occasionally fall out. I'm touching one right now, and it's, almost all the way falling out. So, it's not that and another one just fell out. On my desk, I'll put that back in later.
Temp, that's not sounding good.
It's fine. There's enough weight on my desk that it's not gonna fall.
Mhm.
But it's just a reminder of, hey, I should fix this after stream.
Ramen. I didn't have time for ramen, so I put pizza in the oven and I'm eating pizza.
I actually made ramen because I made ramen about 6:30, like half an hour before our original starting time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, oh, ramen's fast. I'll just have ramen now, and then
I pushed it back.
I will. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
If
But
you
it does
were-
seem to be
right-
working a little bit easier.
It is working a little bit better.
I mean, I'm still seeing issues,
Had I
but
known
it's...
originally that we were going to be delaying, I would have made something different. Because I'm actually exercising. Like I did 50 squats yesterday. I did 25 full sit-ups today.
Oh.
I'm trying to eat better again. And ramen is not on the eating better part.
Congratulations.
So.
Well,
But I wanted
congratulations
something
about
fast.
eating better, really.
Sucking cost fallacy. Yeah. So like I've heard it's still an alpha. The fact that it's still an alpha, it's been an alpha for who knows how long. Oh yeah. It's been a thing.
Right. That is extremely depressing, though. Star Citizen is a mess. That's what it sounds
Yeah.
like.
It's basically a scam. I wouldn't call it a scam. It's at least playable. If it had raised this much and it wasn't even playable, I would
You would call it a scam?
yeah, I would call it a scam. At least it is playable.
Mhm.
And you can buy it and like you can pay for a license to play the game.
And so because of that, you can't directly call it a scam.
Yeah.
Right. Understood. It's a pretty good space game. Maybe it
Is
is.
Star Citizen the thing that everyone praised or compared to Starfield? No. Well, I mean, maybe, but No Man's Sky was that. No, people compared Starfield to No Man's Sky. In fact, even Bethesda did. And then Starfield came out, and Starfield is a smoldering pile of donkey shit that should never exist. God, I hate that game.
And not only should it not exist, but fucking No Man's Sky is still eating really good.
Yeah, I'm allowed to get mad. I paid $100 to get early access to Starfield because I wanted the day one Bethesda experience. Because the last time I experienced that was the Skyrim, and I loved it. And I did it this time because I wanted that experience again.
What comes out first?
It was
Grumps or
so
Star
bad.
Grumps' game or Star Citizen? Probably Star
Grumps'
Citizen.
No.
Oh, really?
This game. Oh, you know. Yep.
Really?
Hey,
I guess I
when did
underestimate
Star
him.
Citizen- Hold on.
Speaking of Grumps,
When does
I don't think this is an issue to talk about. I am working on a Grumps video, like an actual critical video, not like a Grumps TDS video. I actually got in contact to see if he'd be willing to talk to me to answer a couple questions about it. He told me through the person that I used for contact that he is busy working on his game. So you can trust that or not, but according to my source that was going to try and get me in contact with him, he is not willing to do interviews because he's trying to work on his game. So that's cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm going to
In a
work
way
on that
that
slowly.
Kind of
Gonna start working on it this week.
gives you. Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't just completely blow you off and be like, well, you can't do it because we don't know who you are. It's like, well, can't do it because we're working.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't think that doesn't mean that he won't do it in the future. It's nice to
but
know
right
though
now,
that
no.
at the very least his focus is his game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what I was told.
Sorry. I like Starfield, but that's because I knew it'd be underwhelming. Look. I had really fond memories of launch Skyrim.
I'm sure a lot of people did. Hell, I know Eva is such a big fan of Skyrim. I didn't ask her what she thought of
Let's put it this way, chat. When Skyrim came out, I was using a GTX 750 or a 970.
Oh, now that you've got a new computer, you should play Starfield again.
Oh, I played Starfield on this computer.
Oh, okay. And it's bad still?
Yeah.
Consumer.
Congrats, you're a better man than me. Look, I'm very bad about working out. I'm really bad about eating right. But I'm trying.
That's all that they ask of you, Tim. They want to see a fluffy doggo.
Fluff dog. Anyway, let's see. We did. I want to save that because that's part of the Nintendo conversation. It's Far Cry. That's still Nintendo. Okay, here, we'll do this. Apparently, EA is going to be showing off a new Star Wars game soon.
Oh, okay.
And
Did they mention what kind it was?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Join us at Star Wars Celebration on April 19th for a first look at our new Star Wars turn-based tactics game. Be sure to tune into our panel with Bit Reactor along with Respawn to find out more. For those who don't know, Respawn is the developers behind Titanfall, Titanfall 2, Apex Legends, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor.
Yeah. So they know kind of how to make video games.
They know how to make video games, and they've done Star Wars. They're probably the only company post Disney buying it that has actually treated Star Wars with a semblance of respect.
Uh-huh.
Next to, I don't know, Jon Favreau.
Right.
With Mando season 1 and 2.
Right.
So, and I guess technically Dave Filoni, but point stands.
Right.
And I mean like Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch, not whatever the hell he approved. That was the Acolyte. God.
Do you think that was intentional? That he proved it intentionally?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Do you think he knew?
So, oh, absolutely.
He knew what trash fire he was about to unleash on the world. He should have to pay reparations for all of the Star Wars fans that had to sit through that.
Really? So, I'm interested in this because this is, I think, the first turn-based tactics game, or at least any strategy kind of game that we've had since Empire at War, which was a LucasArts game, like before Disney bought them. So, and if it's Respawn, I'm going to be paying close attention to this.
Right.
Because that sounds interesting.
What have they made?
Respawn?
Yeah.
I mentioned it. Titanfall, Apex.
Oh, my apologies. I thought that they were a different named company for some reason.
No, they made Titanfall.
Okay.
And they made the two Jedi, like, Fallen Order and Survivor games, which are both considered very good and very, like, George Lucas lore accurate.
They
at least
ruined
as much
Apex.
as they can give without.
Chat saying they ruined Apex, apparently.
I mean, a lot of people think that for Apex. I don't play Apex. I don't know. The fact that people are clamoring for E to make Star Wars great again after Battlefront 2. Honestly, Respawn is the only company right now that I would be like, okay. They're okay.
Right.
I mean, Jedi Survivor had performance issues when it came out, but as far as the actual story, it was good. My only problem with the story for Fallen Order and Survivor is what's her name? Oh god, I'm blanking on her name. The chick who plays Savathun in Destiny.
The wide-eyed woman.
The wide-eyed, like, black ball.
Everybody knows who you're talking about.
Racist yet,
Everybody knows
I'm
who you're
trying to
talking about.
describe like what she looks like. She plays basically the Jedi Master training the main protagonist. At least in the first game. In the second game, she's more of a side character.
Okay.
But you do play as her for one scene, and you fight Darth Vader.
Does she win?
He whoops his ass, and then she retaliates by killing her. No, she doesn't win.
Darth Vader kills a black woman. That's very sad.
And here's the funny part. The Darth Vader fight is the only fight in the game I genuinely struggled with.
Really?
Which, yes.
You're saying a black woman can't lightsaber fight?
No, he was like, it's a big quick time event. And because you have like a lot of like dodging you have to do with him, and he hits like a freight train, as Vader should. You know, in every game she's in, she has giant bug eyes. She is a good voice actor.
So mean.
Like, I really like her as Savathun. I do like her in the two Jedi, like, Fallen Order Survivor games.
Yeah.
She will probably be in the third one in like flashbacks.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. The old ugly black bit. Okay, you can't say that. Don't say that, chat.
She's very much in just about every video game. The most recent one I know she was in was Suicide Squad.
Well, wasn't she in the Suicide Squad movie as well?
No, I don't believe so. She's not bad looking IRL. I will counter that by saying she has the stupid ear things, like the things
hoops?
you put in your earlobes.
The gauges?
The hoops. The gauges. That's it. I hate those.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how they look.
You know what's crazy? As I've been like doing a little bit more VR chat just for fun behind the scenes, a lot of people make models in VR chat that have those gauges on. I don't know if it's just like the furries are into ear gauges right now, but like I see a lot of models with them. It's kind of weird.
It's weird, yeah. Vader's the bad guy. Vader's always been the bad guy.
You are bad guy, but it also means you are bad guy. Vader is bad guy.
So, realistically, I don't think Respawn is working on this game. It's very likely that at least a sub team of them is, but I fully expect them, at least Respawn, to announce the third Jedi X game, whatever, in the trilogy. Because, they probably, honestly, Disney's probably going to be like, you have to get this out because the main character that is probably going to be important to a movie coming up, or at least a TV show coming up.
Oh, you think so?
I do, because the way that these two games work, so Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, is they use the same facial models of all the actors. So like Cal Kestis, the main protagonist of these, like it is the same of like as the actor, like what he looks like as it does in the game, probably to make it so if they wanted to bring him to a live action format, they could, and it would look just the same. Right. Same actor, same everything, and they could just make it work.
She looks like a Muppet. I'm not gonna say that, chat. That's mean.
But you can't even just say it.
Even if you are right or wrong, I'm not saying that.
The reason why I say that they have to do a third game before they can bring him into the main Star Wars universe is at the end of Jedi Survivor, he was kind of like in the Ahsoka show, he was locked away in another galaxy.
How does that work?
Basically, during the time period, the Jedi Council at that time, it wasn't like Mace Windu, Yoda, it was before that, way before that. Basically said, okay, we have other problems in the galaxy. We want to expand and basically bring more people to another galaxy as like both a training place and as a evacuation, essentially. Okay. Like leave our galaxy if the shit hits the fan and go to this one. Okay. And the main protagonist learned of this and was like, oh my god, we can bring people to this other galaxy and escape the Empire. In theory, that works great. Because this was before even A New Hope. So this was at the height of the Empire. So, great. In theory, awesome. But because he stopped another Jedi who escaped Order 66, he became a bounty hunter and basically started working for the Empire instead. Yeah. He basically became the final boss. So the main protagonist, Cal Kestis, kills him and takes on his daughter as his apprentice.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's interesting.
It is interesting, but because of how things are in, at least post Return of the Jedi, in order for him to function well within the current like Disney Star Wars universe, he has to not be there and be in the main galaxy.
I'll go stop being nice, be the brutalist American Europe thinks we are. This is true, chat. I should be more brutalist American. We have not talked about Nintendo yet. No,
we're gonna get there, chat.
We're getting there. We're getting there. My apologies, chat, by the way, if you're a little bit behind. I'm not gonna say how behind you are, but you are a little bit behind. It does seem that like having a delay is helping. We have not talked about Nintendo yet. No,
we're gonna get there, chat.
We're getting there. We're getting there. My apologies, chat, by the way, if you're a little bit behind.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. We shall see here. Since we're taking a pause here, I'm going to read some more supers if that's all right with you.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Ian Andrews, thank you for becoming an elite yacht member. Welcome to the union. And then Heavenly Jester, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. If you got a membership, make sure to say thank you to Heavenly Jester. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Mr. Schnitzel, by the way, for 2, says fake fans showing their lack of knowledge. Yes, a lot of fans are showing their lack of knowledge 110%. For sure.
Find your lack of faith disturbing.
Exactly. And then Mercenary for 5 says, I fear the Tron trailer just showed us the final act of the movie. If it is mid or even early in the movie, then I have hope we'll wait for word of. By the way, did you see the Tron movie?
I've not watched the trailer.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
I watched the first one, the original Tron movie. I loved it. I watched the second Tron movie. I hated it, and I don't care anymore.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see a lot of people that are excited. I know my dad is, so we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see, in my personal opinion.
But I also didn't grow up on Tron. Like, I watched it, but it wasn't like my thing when I grew up was Star Wars. Like that was my thing when me growing up.
What's funny is Star Wars was my dad's thing along with Tron, which is kind of funny. Are we there yet? No, we're getting there. We're getting there,
chat. We will talk about Nintendo.
Yeah, we'll don't worry, we'll get there. Wolfsbane for 2 says it's because she has a lot of followers on Instagram. I'm assuming that they are referring to Zendaya. Heavenly Jester for 5 says, I'm going to be honest, while I think Grums isn't doing himself any favors, why aren't those losers on Twitter doing anything about a Star Citizen? Because Grums is the big evil bad guy that they have to slay. Like how Billy Mitchell is the evil guy that people have to slay. And I kind of expect that when Grums brings a lawsuit against the people who illegally obtained some of his information, I expect that Grums is going to become like the new Billy Mitchell for some of these people. Like, I fully expect a similar lawsuit arc where Grums just BTFOs all of these people in court, and he wins.
You hated Tron? The first one, no. The second one, yes.
How could you do that, Temp? It's classic.
Well, no, the second one was like post Disney.
I know. But it's still classic.
It just wasn't as good.
You can't hate that. It's classic.
Okay, I maybe hate's a strong word, but I really did not like it compared to the original.
Okay. We'll have to chat. We'll have to shame him.
The original, though.
We'll have to shame him later when stream is not so horribly behind. Anyway. Let's see here. Mercenary for 2 says, I think Filoni was intentionally sabotaging KK. What is KK again?
Kathleen Kennedy.
It's a possibility. We'll never know. We will definitely never know, but you know. Let's see here. Heavenly Jester says, again, I want your opinion. I'm thinking of doing a video series on what if anime characters was in a Fallout from stats, who they'd side with, etc. Thoughts. That sounds like a fun idea. Obviously, my opinion is if you want to make content, do it. Just go do it. My thought process is that we need more people making good quality content. So if you want to do something, do it. 100%, just go do it. And you have my blessing to go and do it. And if it's interesting, maybe I'll watch it on the channel someday and give you my critique. And let's see here. Gabriel Campos for $9.99. Very much appreciate that. Get that yippee out of here. Very much appreciated. I appreciate everybody that donated to the goal. It did seem like we did hit the goal, so I appreciate you guys. We're gonna, again, every penny that you give me is going towards me either moving or buying Starlink, because one or the other is gonna happen. I have told the landlord that I would like to speak with them either on the phone or in person, and either they are going to break my lease to allow me to move somewhere cheaper. I've already been on Zillow, and I've already found like cheaper housing in a different part of town, and it's like almost $200 cheaper, and it's an entire apartment. Well, it's not even an apartment. It's an entire house. So
this might be too much for you.
Huh?
Which might be too much space for you, admittedly.
Well, obviously I won't have any furniture in it, but like I'd be willing to move into a tiny house because then I could have my bedroom and then I could have my office in another room. And then I could use my bedroom or my office as a taxable room, basically.
Yeah.
But no, so like either I'm moving out or they are going to comp me the amount of money that it costs for the Wi-Fi in the building every single month so that I can fucking get Starlink.
Go hit the roommate arc. Yep.
I don't think I'll need to. I think that the place I'm looking at would be nice enough that I wouldn't need one. It's like a 1-bedroom house.
Yeah.
That thankfully has a bathroom.
Original Tron was also Disney. There is a difference between then Disney and now Disney, though. Or at least definitely changed.
Tam doesn't like the new Disney. That's what he's saying, chat. Let's see here. Shadow for 2. I think too many ENVAs are overcast. I agree. Yep. If we have the chance tonight, we'll watch the video on some VA stuff. Something that I probably should have watched yesterday, but we didn't really have time. We were getting to the end of the 4 hours, but it does sound like it was a really good video, and so if we have time tonight, we'll give it some attention. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Mercenary for 5 says Tron 2.0 a video game was Tron 2 movie, and it could have been better, but I liked the game and wanted more. At least it was great. Legacy had Daft Punk. This is true. Daft Punk won't even be back for the next Tron movie. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, well, it's because technically they're broken up. They're Daft Punk is not like a thing anymore.
Right.
Like they if I remember correctly, they had a falling out, and then they just stopped producing together. So if there is another movie, I heard that 9 Inch Nails is going to be doing the music for the next one. So
yeah, they broke up a few years ago. I don't pay attention to big bands, chat. Like,
well, they're not even a big band. They're like 2 people. But I think I know what you mean. You're talking about like big as in like popular.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Like, as a great example of this, and I'll let you back to super chats, like Green Day or Evanescence with DMC. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
I think 9 Inch Nails is
means.
Cool.
I mean, I know what that means, but it's not like I care because I don't care. Right.
I'm very lucky I found a nice little house on the edge of my city. I mean, if I can get this little house that I'm looking at, I'm going to, because I mean, like it's not in a horrible part of town, but it is like, it doesn't look like it's not like a star house, obviously. I mean, like no house that's $800 a month is going to be like a star house, but it's a nice looking place that's a 1-bedroom, and if I can get to live in it, that would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, moving on here. This will be the last one before we go back. Ian Andrews for 20, very much appreciated. Thank you. Quote unquote, Nintendo fans are going so far as to wish death upon President Trump because they think his Tower of Salon will make the Switch 2 more expensive. They don't consider Nintendo being greedy at all. Adult temper tantrums, God. Yeah, do you want to get into Nintendo now? We can use that as a transition.
I want to see if there is anything else we want to talk about, but I'm pretty sure chat's like, come on, Nintendo.
Well, they want to hear about Nintendo, so maybe we should.
Nintendo. All right, let me catch up my chat and then we'll do.
Okay.
Started an old topic. I watched Tron 2 first when it came out. I thought it was okay. The first is better though. Yep. Who honestly likes modern Disney? New Disney's ass. Yeah, they broke up a few years ago. 9 Inch Nails is confirmed at the end of the trailer. You know what made me happy? Hearing Goldfinger in the Sonic 3 movie. What's funny is like all these different like singers for the Sonic movies. I'm like, I don't know who you are, except for Live and Learn in Sonic 3. That was Crush 40. That I knew.
I mean, everybody knows that. Green Day sucks. I mean, here's the sad thing: is Green Day was okay until they weren't okay anymore, and it's really only been recently where they've not been okay.
Oh, go Streamer House. No. Green Day became political shills. I hear the Switch 2 has an awful battery life. All right. I personally think Nintendo will eat the cost of the tariffs in order to keep the price at $450. All right. I guess on that note, we will talk about Nintendo because it's very clear what the topic of discussion is desired.
I mean, that's totally fair. That's what we're supposed to do. Talk about what people came for. That's what the thumbnail is. So.
All right. So I don't have an our docket. I probably should have put a bunch of Nintendo stuff in there, but a lot of stuff we could just talk about because
a lot of this isn't necessarily. Yeah, a lot of this isn't necessarily something we have to show. Everybody has already seen a lot of things that have been shown on Twitter already, so like we can just sit and talk about it.
Case in point, Nintendo delayed the date for pre-order.
Yes.
It was originally going to be April 9th.
And
now
3 days.
It is an unknown period of time.
Yes. And chat, if you're curious, the reason why they canceled it is because a couple days after the preview was shown. Well, first off, we should kind of like walk up to the tariffs in general, because like before the tariffs came in and the price and the thing was suspended, people were already pissed off. So reeling back a little bit, it was the middle of the Switch 2 showcase. And everybody was like, what's the price going to be? What's the price going to be? Why is Nintendo not telling us how expensive the Switch 2 is going to be? And eventually, they would find out that it was going to be $450 USD. And it would be $500 if you wanted to get the edition that has the Mario Kart World on it. Which, by itself, Mario Kart World has also produced controversy because people found out that Mario Kart World would cost I almost said $800. It would cost $80 on its own. And so a lot of people have been getting very upset with that. Very understandable, because video games are getting more and more expensive, and people are feeling the brunt of that and not very happy about that. Can I get a happy birthday? Mm-hmm. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
90 for a physical. Again, false. That is something I wanted to talk about today. There's a lot of misinformation about that.
You gotta say fake news, because fake news is the Trump one. False info.
It is fake news.
Yeah.
It is technically $90 for physical in the UK. It is $80 here for Mario Kart. Here's the thing. I actually want to rephrase myself, because I've been saying for days that the only $80 games are like Breath of the Wild, Kirby, Mario Party, and Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out today I was wrong, and it's actually Tears of the Kingdom that's 80, not Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
So I just wanted to clarify that, because I want to be wrong. I want to own up to my mistake.
You don't want to shout out fake news.
Exactly. By the way, it is not actually $90 here in the States. It is 80.
Okay.
90 is in other regions, but not here.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as right now is concerned, the highest price we're seeing is $80.
Right.
Which is still disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
But better than 90.
I don't think, Chad, I think you all should understand, we are not going to say that we are okay with these prices, because these prices are disgusting in my personal opinion.
The only price I will say I'm okay with is the price of the Switch 2. I months ago, and Akko can attest to this, I called it that it was going to be $450.
Mm-hmm. I do seem to recall that. Yeah, you were like, oh, it's going to be $400, maybe $450. And like a lot of people are going to be okay with the $450 news. In my personal opinion, well, they're just not going to be happy with the price of the game. The game price is going to be what kills it.
Yep.
And
it's not that what kills it. It's just going to be like people are going to be more picky and choosy about like what they play.
Yeah.
But there are the Nintendo fanboys of like, I gotta have everything. I've been saying this. I'm getting a Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only 2 games right now that are making me go, okay, that is going to be a day one purchase for me on Switch 2. That is Donkey Kong and Metroid. And both of those are 70.
But otherwise...
Like, I don't care about Mario Kart. In fact, I'm probably at the $500 version and just get Mario Kart included.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, like, I'll pay $50 for Mario Kart. I'm not going to pay $80. $50 is acceptable. So, Daryl, me, I'm the Nintendo fanboy. So, like, $70 is a lot to swallow. 80 is nigh impossible for some people.
Of course. I mean, like, for some people, $80 is like, probably can't really afford that whatsoever.
Exactly. Like, when we moved from 60 to 70 for a lot of games, people are like, I'm done buying games. Like, this is insane. And it's really come down to the point of like people are not wanting to buy games because they're 70. So when we started hearing the rumors that GTA 6 was like, well, we might raise the price to 100. It was like, but why?
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like, but why?
And then Nintendo.
Nintendo came out and said, hold my beer, sir.
At least it was only 80 and not more.
I think a lot of people were concerned that it was going to go up to 100, and I will not say that 80 is like a sigh of relief kind of thing, because it's not. But it's a thank God it's at least not 100.
Pokeslot fans will keep it afloat. Oh yeah, no, Pokemon's gonna keep the thing afloat for years to come.
Yeah, and I should say, chat, it like here's the thing that really sucks. Obviously, it really sucks that Nintendo is doing this. It's a thank God it's at least not fucker. You can't say that and then beg people to buy your fucking coffee, because your coffee, from what I heard, sucks ass. So like, don't come out and like suck the dick of big business and say, oh, just don't buy it. When you beg for people to buy your shit all the time, it fucking annoys me. It annoys the shit out of me.
Like
I know he's not the only example or the most egregious.
There's a very small selection of games I will buy for the Switch too. Like, I'm gonna be keeping it to exclusives. Like, anything I can get on PC, I'm gonna get on PC instead. Otherwise, like, as far as Switch, like Xenoblade's a day one for me. Metroid, probably also day one, because Metroid is fantastic. I've never played Donkey Kong before, but the new game looks really good. So I'm willing it, and also I will need games for my Switch too. Okay, cool. But and Zelda, and probably whatever like new Zelda comes out, and probably not the new Hyrule Warrior, but like, stands. Like if Twilight Princess, Wind Waker HD both came to Switch 2, I'd probably pick it up for Switch 2. Like, it's a very small amount of games. I don't like the $80 games, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to play it. I just got to be selective about what I'm playing. And I think that's the case for everyone. It's like, you got to be a little more selective. It was Arlo, I believe, has said it, that this is a great opportunity for Nintendo to kind of do what Valve does and just have constant sales. Like, you want to charge 80? You want to charge 70? Fine, do it. But bring your games out on sale a little more often, please.
Yeah.
You know, like, even if it's like $50 to $60 on sale, that is still better than 70 to 80. Industry standard doesn't list anymore and hasn't existed in years. Games back in 90s could go up to 95. Yeah, exactly. I want Kirby Air Raiders the most. I'll buy a Switch if the port is uncensored. And there also is the battery life. Some people are saying the Switch 2 will have a battery life between 2 to 6 hours. Which is about what the Steam Deck gets. Ish. And that's got people quite mad. Because the Switch 2, like 2 to 6 hours, that's not a lot of time.
No, absolutely not.
What I want to know, and I think this is going to be kind of a big thing. So what people do with the Steam Deck is they will, they allow people to use battery backups, to use other USB cords, and it doesn't matter as long as it's got the correct wattage. Like, you could charge on an airplane, on a train, wherever you're traveling. Okay, cool, great. But it's harder to do that for Switch because Nintendo specifically made their ports like almost Nintendo branded USB-C. Like, so if you use anything not Nintendo branded, it would almost brick the system.
Like Apple.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've Appleified it.
So
I hate that
if
so
Nintendo does that, I hope that they at least allow more flexibility with that. Oh, put Nintendo games on sale. Oh, look, a flying pig. Exactly. They're not going to make things go on sale, but at least if they did, that'd be at least better. More frequent first-party sales.
And they would make more money, in my personal opinion.
They'd make more money, absolutely. Not defending the battery, but I'm not undocking my Switch 2 anyway, but that's just me. Oh yeah, no. Like, my Switch 2 will probably very rarely be undocked. Like, I'll still play it, like, in handheld, but if I play it in handheld, realistically, 90% of the time, it's either going to be in the car for like an hour or two, or when I'm at home in bed. Like, the battery's not going to be a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case for everyone. But
I think it's still just like, why the fuck is it going to be this small or slow anyway? Like, I feel like a lot of people are just like upset that it's going to be this little to begin with on the offset. Like, why? You know?
Reggie had to argue a lot to get Wii Sports as a pack-in title. No way Nintendo will discount their games. King of in titles.
Their tech demo showing
Nintendo did announce the welcome tour, the tech demo, essentially. And according to Trauma Alert, that tech demo is going to be $6.
So only $6.
Yes, it is better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be like 10 to 20.
No, yeah, that is obviously a lot better.
$6 is better, but it should be packed in.
Mm-hmm. Just on the offset.
Nintendo could eat the $6 per, system.
Mm-hmm. They're just choosing not to.
Nintendo, the Apple of gaming industry. No, I'm gonna say that's Sony. I'm sorry.
You think so?
Absolutely. Sony has Sony branded earbuds, Sony branded headsets, or they're like a Sony branded cloud heads or gaming handheld. Like, Sony has everything that their systems could need under the Sony brand.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo doesn't do that, at least to that degree, anyway. Don't forget what happened when some people bought the third-party dock charger for the Switch and didn't break their consoles. Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If the Switch 2 is more flexible with how people can charge it, I think that battery will be a little bit better, because then people could take their Steam out. If the Switch 2 is more flexible with how people can charge it, I think that battery will be a little bit better, because then people could take their Steam. It'd be fine.
Imagine being the CEO of a company and not having the final say. Japan's corporate was brutal. Well, he was the CEO of...
He was the president of Nintendo America.
Yeah, that's kind of the small difference there.
I mean, he was personal friends with Iwata, so he had pretty big leverage. Like, Reggie didn't work for Nintendo. Reggie was friends with quite a few, especially Iwata, and that had a lot of leverage back then. So,
I do think so. Here's the thing: Nintendo has gotten quite a lot of backlash over these decisions and choices. Like, anything that has Nintendo, either in a video way or in a live way, people are just spamming for them to lower the prices.
Yeah. So that was actually something that was interesting. I didn't watch the video. I don't remember if it was Endymion or Yellow Flash. Or Clownfish, honestly. It could have been any of the three of them.
It could have been any of them. They all probably said it.
that said Nintendo was scared, and the delay of pre-orders is not actually due to tariffs. They're saying tariffs, but they think it's something to do with the backlash of games, of like the price of the games. I don't know how much I believe that. I wouldn't be surprised. And I would say, it could be because of tariffs, but literally the same day, I believe Vietnam said that they're talking to Trump and working to get the tariffs flat out removed. So,
yeah. So let's talk about that real quick. So Trump's side.
I want to clarify: Vietnam is where the Switches are made.
Yes, because they moved them out of Japan allegedly because they wanted to get ahead of the tariffs.
China.
Was it in China?
To Vietnam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they allegedly moved it out because they wanted to get ahead of the tariffs. And then the tariffs came for every single country, like the Fire Nation. And so Trump puts that in, and a lot of countries start freaking out. And